Hello, friends, and welcome back. You are on the air with 2 Minute Tip Talk, the place for weekly tips and strategies designed to help you be more efficient, productive, and profitable while marketing and building your business online. I am Helena Richardson, web strategist with HRichnetworks. We love helping businesses with their web design and internet marketing needs. Our goal is to create an effective marketing strategy that will help you stand out from the crowd. Learn more about our products and services by visiting our website at www.HRichnetworks.com. So I am so excited and I am elated to get started today. My special guest is Gillian Fountain. She is the proud owner of 38 Partnership and the group Building Tomorrow Today. She helps business owners rather with their brand and marketing. So I know you guys have a lot of questions, so I'm waiting for you to send your questions and to join us. Um, the way in which she does it is by showing them how to increase their visibility, gain more paying clients, and grow the business. So let me move on the side and bring Gillian in. Hi there, how are you today?
What a wonderful introduction. Thank you so much. How lovely to be here again and to see you. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I know a lot of folks have questions about marketing, especially during this time, having cut in income, dealing with the pandemic. There are just so many factors that may cause us not to be able to process or progress as fully or as effectively as we need to during a time, but we need to be ready, right? We need to be ready in those times when change happen, right?
Yeah, we do. We were just discussing offline. In actual fact, we were beginning to get carried away with our discussion. We were just about got here
we're about to get carried away again. So, but before we get carried away, introduce yourself. Let folks know who you are, and just say something.
I will. So my name is Jill Fountain. Thank you so much. My name's Jill Fountain. I run 38 Partnership. We are a brand and marketing agency. Primarily, we work with bespoke websites with clients that want to increase their visibility, and it's increasing the visibility that's so important during this time. Now, I started my business 30 years ago. My children were incredibly young, and I started in the toy industry. So I was known as the toy lady locally in my own area. Toys and outdoor plays and toy and outdoor play equipment. And sadly, I can still tell you the size of springs and pads and all sorts of things to do with any point of a trampoline. We went from retail to wholesale to international distributorship, and we worked with the top buyers in the country. So we were in the likes of Harrods and John Lewis, Bentalls, Phoenix, the top guys. We were also with Costco, and we were also, believe it or not, we were also in a lot of the castles. You wouldn't believe how many castles there are in the UK. We went through importing and exporting. We bought in containers. So we went from very small amounts up to the 20 and 40 foot containers and warehousing. Every aspect of running a toy business with product in warehousing, that's everything that we went through. But we learned along the way how to promote brands and products. We also learned how much information was needed, how much planning was needed to get your product from production. So you had to book your slot, as it were, into the factory to book that area on the production line, enabled to get the goods sat on the shop floor come the certain times of the year, particularly Easter, but more so Christmas. Can you imagine Christmas? if you are late getting your stock into the shop floors, into the big buy, into the shops, come Christmas, come September, October, it starts really early, then you lose sales. You lose the chance of having, being the toy, as it were, of the year. And the last thing you want to do is to have those products sat there and going into sale time come January. It took a lot of planning, and I was known to say at one point, I do remember saying to my children, we've got these new rocking horses that have come in. I don't know how many to bring into the UK. How many do you think? How many hundred? How many thousand? What sort of number do you think? And my daughter said, Mum, we're 12, we're 10. How are we supposed to know?
That is amazing. I love the story. Wow. So, I mean, it is a challenge, especially getting started. And it's great to have some young ones, creative minds that you can't imagine how creative their minds are and the way that they think and how they can really look at something in a different light in which the way we would look at it. And I think, you have something when you ask your kids to help you or to give their input about various topics, and you'll be surprised how informative it will be. So, Gillian, impart some knowledge on our audience, especially when it comes to marketing. What are some tips that you can give, especially when it comes down to promoting, making it affordable, and being sure that it's secure, right? Because there's just so much going on today. We can probably get caught up or not get in the right place to market our business because we're really trying to make it work. But when you see a lot of folks giving us these bells and whistles and telling us, oh, we're going to give you, you'll get 1,000 clients.
You can do this, you can do that.
Absolutely.
I think in the last 18 months, there has been a lot of people that have come out of work. They've started businesses, and we were talking before, there are some very successful businesses that have started during 2020.
Absolutely.
There are also, people that have gone into business, and when you first go into business, you sort of take that little bit of time to settle. So you go into a new business, you'll start your new business, and you're so enthusiastic, you're motivated, you're like, right, let's go, let's get this going. And then it's almost like it's a call from everybody that's anybody to come in and say, we can help you do this, we can help you to do that. And my advice is always just sit back and take stock of where you are in your business for at least 6 months, because it's surprising how many times in that 6 months that you will change your mind about what you want to do and the area you want to go in, that path. I've had people that have firmly believed what they wanted to do and had their name, they bought their domain name and everything, only to 3 or 4 months up the road say, I've taken the wrong choice here, I've taken the wrong path. So committing yourself to contracts, for instance, or projects that are long-term, I feel, in those first 6 months, really don't do it. I think, yes, you've got your plan. Yes, you want to progress with your business, but sit back and take stock about all the people around you, because as sure as eggs are eggs, there's going to be somebody there trying to take your money, and that money is well needed to keep yourself afloat, but also invest in your business. So every tool that you can find that will help you, that is free, is a bonus, because it's not eating into your profits.
Yes, absolutely. So that pretty much leads into our next question is, how can we increase visibility? What are
Right.
some ways to increase?
Well, there are hundreds of ways, but let me just tell you one of the ones that I know that works if you get it optimized, and that is Google My Business.
Mm-hmm.
Now we do work with clients and we do their own Google My Business, but Google My Business is actually a free tool. So claiming your Google My Business account is free. If you want to put the work in, it's free. It's actually quite easy to do. But if you don't verify it with Google, then you might not as well as bothered. So we find that going through the system, going through the details that they ask you to fill in,
Mm-hmm.
and then getting it verified is a good stepping stone for businesses, because you've got somewhere that people, if they search for you on Google, they will begin to find you. And that's what you need to be, what we all need to be doing, not just new people. We all, as businesses,
Mm-hmm.
we want to become visible and increase our social worth, increase our social proof. And
Mm-hmm.
social proof is where anybody will look you up, start to look you up online, and they will find you. If they can't find you, they won't believe what you're saying, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you can say, I can do this, I do that, this is where I am. But if they then look you up, and invariably they will look you up on Google, but then they'll go on to LinkedIn as well.
Mm-hmm.
If they can't find you anywhere, there's that doubt that sets in their mind. Do you exist? How new is your business? Can I trust you? Do I want to invest my money in a company that I can't find? So having that social proof, Google My Business is brilliant at it. Being there online where people can find you is that first step, and it's the steps that actually we continue to take all the way through. It's ongoing. I mean, I go into Google My Business, probably I should go in more often, to be honest, but I'm usually topping it up 2 or 3 times a week. And as you top it up, it extends that reach out. So there's plenty you can do to optimize it. But the first step is to set it up in the first place.
Right. And then one thing that they need to be mindful of is that their Google My Business has plenty of data, so that data can be shared and let them know where their clients are coming from. Are they using desktop, mobile, whatever area? Where are they coming from, straight to your website or through social media platform? Or was there a link or something that they clicked in from another person's website? What have you? All of that data is there, and it really gives us as businesses the opportunity to be able to expand on that data and be able to reuse it. And one other thing I think they need to be sure, set up the Google account, but you have to make sure that you connect that Google account with your website.
Oh, yes. And test the link. Oh, my word. How many times have we done that? We've gone on to somebody's business and it says click the website, and when you click on the website it doesn't go anywhere, and that immediately puts people off. So it's trying to make the quickest and simplest route for people to find you, and I always describe it as taking somebody by the hand and leading them to the place that you want them to land in. And if you can quickly and simply get them to where they want to be, and so they find out the information, they're more likely to stay on your website or stay on your whatever page you're on, whether it's LinkedIn or Facebook, and stay there for a bit longer to start that know, like, and trust relationship that we all need. And Helena, we could go on forever on this, to be honest.
We could. But I really appreciate you stopping by, and I would love for you to come back and share, maybe some tools, great tools that we can use, and And I know that you also do training and so forth.
Yeah.
So those are some, if you could just tell folks how they can find you. And, I have the little tickler here going at the bottom
Oh,
of the
well done.
screen.
I love that. Look at
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to talk to you offline about all these things that you do. It's amazing. So I run a 5 steps to develop an A+ LinkedIn profile, and I run those workshops around about twice a month. And it's for anybody that has they're a little bit unsure about how to use LinkedIn, how to optimize their profile to attract new clients. And my tip there is actually LinkedIn is incredible with their algorithms. So all the help you give LinkedIn, they will help you. If you can help them, they will help you. So I run those programs twice a month. I also run a visibility level 1, would you believe, make you stand out, level 1. Again, workshop. That one's a 3-hour workshop. And then we go on to a monthly Marketing Diamonds subscription that we do, where we literally go more and more into depth and build those building blocks as we go along. Yes, we do websites. Yes, we do VIP. We can go right the way up the scale to the most expensive, but I never oversell in a way of I won't ever put anybody into or point people to anything that I don't think is going to be of value to them. So if they say, oh, I want the most expensive thing, and I think actually your business isn't ready for it, I start them off as, let's just start on this level, and then we work our way up, and we go like that. But being visible as we come out of lockdown, I don't know where you are. We are only just coming out of lockdown in this country. Being visible, communicating with people, talking to people, it's just so vitally important to your business.
Yes, it is. Yes, and I really thank you for saying that, because I know we are in this to make money, but we're not in it to gyp people either. And I believe what actually goes around comes around. So when we begin to overly charge folks, we will begin to be overly charged as well. So I really thank you for saying that, because not many businesses will admit to that they would not overly charge folks. They'll put that little extra in to make some extra money. Because I've been noticing that even in some of like I've noticed like in our utility, they have gone up, and it's like, oh my goodness, are you getting back from the money that you weren't able to recoup?
Yes,
I've
that's
been
actually
noticing that really sucks,
well.
because
Yeah,
this is really not a good time for folks to do anything like that. I believe when you're getting paid for what you're worth,
yeah,
and we have to realize that, especially as a business owner, that folks need to pay you for what you're worth, and you
oh yeah,
shouldn't be talking folks down on how much, if they give you a cost. If that cost isn't working for you, then move on, but don't
yes.
make them feel bad because of their prices.
How much? No, I mean, everybody, we do need to be paid what we're worth, that's for sure. There are many people out there that are charging 10, 15 times the amount that maybe they should be charging. But everybody, we all have a value. We all have a value for our time, but also for our expertise. And
Yes.
that's the thing behind it as well, that if you've been in business for 6 months, your charge is going to be less than perhaps somebody that's been in business for 10 years, 15 years, because you've got that. But there's that story, isn't it, that I don't know whether you have this story in America, but there's a story about a guy that a machine broke down, and they called in a guy, and he came in and he looked at it and he said, yeah, that's going to be £500. And they said, oh, right, okay, then, well, can you fix it? And he said, yeah. And they said, great, here, yeah, we'll agree to that. And he got his hammer out and he smacked this hammer, banged this hammer, and the whole thing started working. And the person that was owing the bill said, you know, £500, and all you've done is bang it, hammer. And he said, yeah, but I know where to bang it. I know how to fix it with the hammer. You didn't.
Exactly.
And that's the thing, isn't it? We make things look easy because we've been doing it for a pretty long time. Yeah, well, let's not go too far into that, but yeah.
Yes. But I thank you so much for coming on, and be sure to share this information, share your information inside of the post, and also share our broadcast. We do come live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. And guys, I know you noticed we had a number of time zones, because one thing we wanted to make sure that you are aware of is that, especially during this time, it doesn't matter what side of town you're on, what East Coast, West Coast, overseas, out of the country, you can use the social media platform to be able to market your business. So that is one of the main points of adding the time zone, so that you would be aware. I think you mentioned Jill. I'm gonna call you Jill. I call you by your full name, but Jill, one thing that you did mention about us having a safety zone, or a safety net rather, when especially going through this. So tell us a little bit about that, and then we're going to close out.
Oh, that was the subject that, well, we skip around a bit, don't we, with our topics? But it was the subject that we started talking about earlier, where we were saying that having multiple incomes actually does work for us. Now, there'll be plenty of people that have come into 2020 and they have lost their income completely, and they may think about starting a business. And it may well be that their business doesn't give them the amount of income to pay their bills to start off with. And it is, I mean, I've had multiple incomes now for about 13 years, 15 years, but I only did it because I went through that time where, a few years ago when we were going through the banking session, and suddenly I realized that relying on my one income was pretty risky.
Mm-hmm.
Now, things don't happen overnight, for sure. They really don't. But there are plenty of ways to make money. You may not always like it. I mean, when I started my business, I had 5 part-time jobs. Mm-hmm. One of them was washing up in the local pub on a Friday night. And another one was sorting out the school dinners at a private school on a Saturday or a Sunday every now and then. There was a whole list of things, and it wasn't on my list of things that I needed. It wasn't on my wish list, is what I'm trying to say, to do. But it helped me build up my income so that it covered my bills. And as my business grew, then I dropped away the others. Now, what I've got going today is far more established, but I have to say, when I first started years and years ago, I was running all over the place. And I just it didn't matter. It was like, this bill has got to be paid. I need that much money. What can I do to get it whilst I'm building my business? And slowly it all falls into place. So don't be disheartened. If you're going through the same thing, please don't be disheartened, because we do need those safety nets. We do need to have some sort of income to be able to get through and pay our bills at the same time. Because when you start a business, the money doesn't flood in. I think the first year, my intention was that I had very low expectations of my business the first year. If I could get my phone bill paid by the end of the year, I'd covered my phone bill. I felt that was one step up. And then the second year, I increased it quite a bit. And so we went on. So yeah, all
Awesome.
those little things that you forget about.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you again for showing up. Let me just close out my audience, and I'll be right back. So just hold tight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, guys, I'm excited. Remember, we meet here every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So remember to meet us here at the same bat time, same bat channel, or tech channel rather. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care.